Hi, and thank you for visiting my channel. For more information, kindly subscribe and follow. Now let's get started.
Triple H has now reacted to a massive return on WWE SmackDown. It was a big moment for everyone concerned. Zack Ryder took a picture. With Triple H, Ryder returned and competed in a losing attempt to secure his place as the star to face John Cena in the Legend's last ever WWE match. After the match, Triple H decided to take a photo with Zack Ryder after the star finally returned to WWE SmackDown after multiple years away. He posted about the Last Time Is Now tournament and how anyone could show up there, and that the tournament was all about opportunity. And that was precisely what Ryder had seized for himself. He hinted again that anyone could show up. This seems to be a reference to what will happen next week, as the opponent of Solo Sikoa on Raw has not been announced yet. Anyone could return and face him, but fans will have to wait and see who it could be. You never know who might show up in the Last Time Is Now tournament. It's all about opportunity, and Matt Cardona proved that tonight. #SmackDown now that he has shown up on SmackDown, albeit in what appears to be a one-off appearance for the tournament to face John Cena. There's no telling if he will appear again in a more permanent role for the company. Could he be a star who returns regularly for the company and becomes a full-time part of the roster? That's a question only Triple H can answer. Either way, his return has been a long time coming. Given the success he has earned in the Indies to become the top name, not associated with a big company, he has done everything and won many belts. It remains to be seen what's next for him. The entire WWE universe was buzzing long before SmackDown even went on the air. But no one, not even the most devoted insider, could have predicted just how explosive the night would become. Fans always expect surprises on the blue brand, but a massive WWE return sent shockwaves through the arena, backstage, and across social media. Yet what made the moment even bigger was the immediate reaction from Triple. Let's dive into every angle of the night: the atmosphere, the return, and the game's powerful response that suggested something major is coming to WWE.SmackDown. Opens with tension from the moment the pyro hit. There was a strange energy in the air. Michael Cole hinted that a major development was coming later in the night, while Corey Graves kept repeating that certain rumors had been unusually loud. Backstage, the Bloodline storyline had left chaos in its wake for months. Cody Rhodes was preparing for another huge challenge. LA Knight was demanding opportunities, and Solo Sikoa's violent takeover was still fresh in everyone's minds. But the real question floating around was, who was returning to WWE? Even the talent backstage seemed on edge. The cameras caught Bayley pacing around, Logan Paul talking with officials, and Nick Aldis whispering urgently into his headset. Something big was brewing. A huge match interrupted midway through the show. A high-stakes match between LA Knight and Santos Escobar was suddenly interrupted when the lights in the arena flickered. At first, fans thought it was a glitch until the Titantron suddenly went dark. Then everyone heard it. A theme song that hadn't hit WWE speakers in years. The crowd erupted so loudly that the commentary was completely drowned out. It was a sound WWE hadn't heard since before the pandemic era. Raw, explosive, unbelievable. The huge return. Randy Orton is back. The smoke cleared from the stage. And there he was, the Viper Randy Orton, the 14-time world champion, who had been dealing with a career-threatening back injury, stepped back onto WWE soil for the first time in months. Fans instantly jumped to their feet. Some were crying. Some were chanting Randy, Randy. At the top of their lungs, he looked healthier than he had in years, lean, strong, and focused. His signature smirk said it all. The apex predator was reborn. LA Knight and Escobar were frozen in the ring. watching in disbelief as Orton slowly walked down the ramp. The crowd kept chanting his name as Orton circled the ring like a true predator surveying his territory. And then, to Santos Escobar. Michael Cole screamed, "Vintage Randy Orton." As the crowd absolutely lost its mind, LA Knight extended a hand in respect. But the handshake didn't last long. RKO to LA Knight. The Viper was sending a message. He wasn't back to be welcomed. He was back to take over. Backstage chaos after the return. WWE cameras cut to the gorilla position, where several officials were scrambling to adjust the show's running order. Nick Aldis looked stunned, and Logan Paul was overheard saying, "Oh, that changes everything." But the real moment came when the camera managed to catch Triple H walking up to Orton in the hallway. The game looked both proud and slightly concerned. "Feels good to be back." Randy smirked. Triple H replied simply, "Yeah. But who are you aiming at?" Orton didn't answer. He just tilted his head in that eerie, dangerous Randy Orton way and walked off down the corridor. That silence said more than words. Triple H reacts on social media. The game speaks minutes later. Social media exploded when Triple H posted a reaction to Randy Orton's return. The message wasn't a simple welcome back. It was much deeper, almost strategic. His official statement read, "You never truly know what's coming on SmackDown. A legend returns, and the entire landscape changes. The Viper is back. Now let's see whose path he crosses next." Fans instantly began speculating what that meant. Does Triple H know something? Is Orton involved in a major WrestleMania plan? Was this a warning for someone, maybe Solo Sikoa, Logan Paul, or even Cody Rhodes? But Triple H wasn't done. Triple H speaks during a backstage interview later, backstage. Kayla Braxton caught up with Triple H for an exclusive reaction. The game stood with his arms crossed and that unmistakable intensity in his eyes. "You never want to predict Randy Orton," Triple H said. "He's one of the greatest performers this business has ever seen. But he's also one of the most unpredictable, dangerous, and calculating." Kayla asked if WWE knew Orton was returning. Triple H smirked. "We always work to bring the very best to our fans. But sometimes, things take on a life of their own. Randy Orton didn't come here tonight for nostalgia. He came back because he has unfinished business." When she asked with whom, Triple H paused for several seconds, long enough to make the audience lean forward. "Let's just say," Triple H said, "there are people on this roster who should be very, very worried." He wouldn't say more, but that wasn't the only thing Triple H hinted at. He confirmed that Orton's return wasn't a one-night appearance. SmackDown fans would be seeing the Viper much more frequently in the coming weeks. Who is Orton targeting? Theories explode within minutes. Fans created a list of the top possible targets. 1. Solo Sikoa could be coming after the new violent era of the Bloodline. Solo has been destroying legends. Orton may want to show the Bloodline what true dominance looks like. Point 2. Logan. Paul Logan has bragged for months that no one can touch him. One RKO would shut that down fast. 3. Cody Rhodes' old tensions linger. Could Orton turn heel and go after Cody before WrestleMania? For LA Knight felt the RKO firsthand. What if Orton sees him as competition for the top babyface spot? 5. A title opportunity. The Viper has never minded stepping over anyone to chase gold. The roster just became very uncomfortable. Triple H's final comment leaves fans stunned at the end of the show. Triple H appeared briefly on the stage to address the crowd. He acknowledged the unpredictability of the night and said, "WWE is entering a new era. Surprises, returns, chaos tonight was just the beginning. If Randy Orton is back, the entire locker room better step up." The crowd exploded in cheers. Triple H ended with the line that broke social media: "The apex predator doesn't evolve. He forces everyone else to." Conclusion: the road ahead is suddenly wide open. Randy Orton's shocking return didn't just shake up SmackDown, not change the direction of WWE. Triple H's reactions, combined with Orton's silent intensity, made it clear that the Viper isn't back for nostalgia, celebration, or tributes. He's back for domination. He's back for gold. He's back for revenge. And if Triple H's words are any indication, the coming weeks will rewrite everything fans thought they knew about WWE's future.